Hi my loves, Joreen, Lady Girl from Around the Way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with a Now That's TV South Central Baddies Season 2. This is Season 2. This is Episode 3 review. Now, before I get into the review, make sure you like this video. It helps me on the YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing because it's free and I'm asking nicely, period. So let's just hop right into it. Episode 3, the name of this episode is called Royal Rumble. Now, they finally have the name of the episodes because, you know, episode 1 and 2 was just episode 1 and 2, child. They didn't even bother naming it. And on top of that, we also have a little bit of a recap. Now, again, episode 1 and 2 wasn't a recap. It was just, they just popped up on the screen like me, child. So I think that the third episode, they're getting their groove, they're getting their momentum going. And the difference between Zeus and Now That's TV is they don't have the same editing team. They don't, because the continuity is not there. The consistency is not there. Girls all over the place. Like, you know what I mean? We saw the same thing happen with Big Lex show. 1 or 2 episodes were ads. Like, the audio was wrong. It was just not right. By the third time, they had hit their stride and they were getting it together. So my question is, how come, you know, this is airing after Big Lex. How come they don't have it together? How come they don't have it right? So they need a core team of editors. I don't know where they're at. We all know that Zeus is based in LA. I don't know where Now That's TV is, but they need a group of core editors so that way all of their content has the same feel to it. Okay, that's just me and my, you know, creator space. Now let's get into the review. So it's known after the recap that Ranisha, she snuck out the house and she left, okay, because she wasn't built for it. It was getting too hot and heavy on her, and she left. And I feel like that really speaks to the house, the energy in the house. If you have someone who was essentially living in this house and she doesn't even feel safe enough to just say, hey y'all, I'm leaving, without feeling like the girls is going to jump on her or exploit her in some manner, whether it's a confessional that's trashy or whatever the case, really says a lot about the team that they have in that home and just the energy altogether. They do this little corny hot pepper hot chip challenge, which I feel like I just seen this with Big Lex. Girl, I'm not interested in seeing these girls do eating a hot chip. Girl, what's bad about that? What's bad about that? Like, I am intolerant to spicy foods. I'm a baddie. Girl, no. Then while they was eating the pepper, they had the weird ass music playing. Like, what song was that? What editing app? What software are they using? Just weird. It was weird. I think Big Lex had a leg up because she creates her own music. So, you know, when she had her girls doing stuff, I'm a freaky dancer. When they freaky dancing, I just don't understand. I just don't get it. They have another little thing of Tug of War. Leilani lost. She said that the person who won was Musty, child. The person who won was Kenzie, and Kenzie is like, yeah, I won, but I got a bone to pick with Leilani. We're gonna see how they're having some tension is brewing between Leilani and Kenzie. So in the next scene, girl, we got all of the girls getting rounded up into their little entertainment system, their entertainment area. We got the projector on the wall, and they're like, oh, we're gonna watch a movie all together. So the girls are all sitting down, they're doing a little 1-2, and as there was a little fake movie playing, but child, they watching the confessionals. They are watching the confessionals of each other. I said, ooh, now this is good. This right here is good. I would have liked to see this in a Big Lex show because it's sneaky, it's grimy, it's dirty, it's reality TV. Now what you gonna do, what you gonna say after we play these confessionals, because usually confessionals air and people see it after the show is done editing, after the show has aired and the relationships are already formed. We about to play it right now. Girl, that was good. That was smart. Kenzie basically plays Zoe. She was just talking trash about her. E.T. said, you know, hopefully they bring in another tranny, because I want to see trannies fight, which, I mean, E.T., I thought you was really with it. But, you know, a lot of people are with it, but they don't really understand, like, all that it comes with. And it's okay, because you got to meet people where they're at, y'all. Calling somebody a tranny is a slur. You know what I mean? And I'm only just saying it just so y'all can know and understand the context. I want to see a tranny fight, and she was saying almost like, yeah, I'm with the girls. But if you're gonna be with the girls, you gotta understand, like, that word is not okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's not okay. Brown Sugar in the confessional, like, yeah, Kayla, my bitch. Me and my bitch, just me and my bitch. You know what I mean? Shout out to Biggie Smalls, right? And it was a couple of girls, they were just, you know, giving it up in the confessionals like most people do. And then after, you know, the tape was done, Rose Gold stood up and she was just like, who want to fight? Who want to fight? I'm like, yo, get it popped off then, sis. Naja and Kayla finally get their fair one, and they fight. It looked like Kayla still lost to me, in my opinion, y'all. Rose Gold snuck Brown Sugar just cuz, just off GP. Why not? Yes? Then E.T. coordinates the second fight. You know what I mean? E.T. is really giving me very much like, she's like the Pink of the group. Okay, so then we have the whole square down between Leilani and Kenzie. Kenzie starts off telling Leilani, well, first of all, since you called me a man, she was like, I never said that. You were talking about my kid's father. So I felt like, you know, all bets were off. You talking about my, you know, my baby daddy. And the girls are just going back and forth, Kiki and Kaka. So basically, Leilani and Kenzie and a couple of other girls was showing up to some dude's house. They was trying to chill with the dude's house. Kenzie felt like that they were trying to play her, because as soon as they got there, then, you know, the guys started talking shit or whatever the case. And Kenzie ended up leaving, and Leilani didn't say anything. She felt like, you know, Leilani was in on it with the niggas trying to play her, talking about Kenzie. And Kenzie left. She was like, yeah, and I left. I walked out of there. Nobody even came out to see me, to check up on me, to see if I was good or anything. And Leilani was just like, well, girl, I don't know how to handle situations like that. And not for nothing, I feel like Leilani was being vulnerable. Like, there are certain things that you don't really consider when you have friends that are on the LGBT, you know, scope and or spectrum rather, and you don't know necessarily how to handle it, or how cis hetero men are gonna handle it. We all know that they trash. Girl, they so trash. They trash to cisgendered women. You feel what I'm saying? So ain't no telling how they're gonna, you know, put on when it's a trans person around. You get what I'm saying? Like, they may or may not be with it, just depending. And sometimes these niggas be liking trans women, right? And they'll just put on, oh, this bitch, but for real, they want to mess around with them, or they're trans attracted. So you really can't tell. And I feel a little bit like a lot of trans women are fighting to be in these spaces where, like, they're not necessarily welcome or wanted. And I just feel like, fuck it. Fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be anywhere where I'm just tolerated. And it's given very much, I'll just tolerate you because it's cute. And Kenzie had a point of, you know, you walking and leaving, and not making sure that I'm okay. You didn't tell any of the other girls, and that's what I have had a problem with. I'm okay with Leilani saying, like, I don't know how to handle that. I think that that's big of her as a woman to say, listen, sis, this is all new to me. And if I offended you, I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do. Now I know what to do moving forward, right? Kenzie needs to be okay with that, right? And if they're going to really have this friendship, y'all got to work out the kinks. You feel what I mean? And Kenzie, girl, I mean, not for nothing. I feel like, you know, you shouldn't have been able to be so willy-nilly going to somewhere that you don't really even know what is given. Where you're around, girl. You're not one of these regular degulars. You need to make sure that shit is kosher. Period. Anybody. It's women in general dealing with these niggas. You feel what I'm saying? We not just all willy-nilly wilding out. We got to make sure we straight. Yeah, who over there? Oh, and who else? Who else showing up? And what's the vibe like? You feel what I'm saying? These are questions you need to know before you take your black ass there. It kind of came to a resolve, kind of not really. I really just, you know, it was kind of really a little bit of a blur. The next thing we have like the groups. I think the blue group got drunk, girl. They got the Rams. They just wilding out in the house. Everybody arguing and fighting. There was no clear understanding or thing to follow. That was pretty much the recap, y'all. That's all I got. Make sure you like the video. Give this video a thumbs up. It helps you on the YouTube algorithm. Also consider subscribing. It also helps me, and I'm asking so nicely. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.